天使創造リブート。
I've managed to stick with my mana control training without throwing in the towel yet. For all my motivation, though, there still remains a limit to how much I can do per day. Progress isn't exactly great, I'd say. However, I am getting the hang of things little by little after repeating the same process every day. I think I can bear it. After countless consecutive failures, I'm finally able to keep the transmigrations in check. I am a man, however. I'm not going to be able to keep my cool when a woman's body is being pressed so tightly against me, no matter how hard I try. My heart starts beating like crazy, and I feel my body burning up. I can't control it. That said, I can now stop the tremors from escalating. I can maintain a calm state of mind and avoid letting the stimulus carry me away.
これだけ耐えられるのなら、抑制ができていると考えていいんじゃないだろうか。そうですね。私もそう思います。つまんない。
This isn't a game.
最初の頃は私がちょっと身白ぎするだけで、顔を真っ赤にして前世返りをしていたくせに。ああいう反応、とっても可愛かったのに。
Okay, then fucking jerk him off or whatever. Well, the whole point of this training is for me to stop that from happening.
それはそうなんだけど、オロオロしていたところが可愛かったという話よ。
That's beside the point.
それよりも姫様、もう十分ですからお離れください。
Get Aurier to join in or whatever. I look down at myself to double check. I'm still wearing my uniform, and there are no horns to be seen. Perfect.
どうかした？何か気になることでもある？
Well, I haven't really practiced with anyone but Kaguya so far.
あら？それって私だけでは物足りないっていうことかしら？
No, I'm saying you have too much cloth. You have too much fabric between. Never mind. No. You have too much fabric between his head and your tits. Well, kind of, in a way.
姫様に対して物足りない？あなたはどこまで大きさを求めているのですか？強欲にも程がありますよ！
That's not even remotely what I meant. She's so insanely protective of Kaguya, I swear.
だったら、何の話？
She's the only one who's been stimulating me. So I'm afraid I might not be able to keep it under control if someone other than her does it.
ああ、なるほど。君の懸念については理解した。となると、試しておいた方がいいかもしれないわね。と、おっしゃいますと？
Your tits.
これまでは私がむぎゅっとして刺激を送っていたわけだけど、他の方法も試してみるの。それで前世返りを起こさなければ問題ないわけでしょ？より安心できるようになるね。いわば最終試験のようなものですか。ですが具体的にはどうやって？そうね。少し考えてみるわ。
I'll try thinking of methods too.
あ、それはダメよ。
Oh, why not?
前世返りはだいたい突然起きているんでしょ？何をするのか内容を把握していたら試す価値も半減するわ。そうだね。一理ある。心の準備をしてはダメってことだね。だからリクは 気にしなくていいわ。
Alright, I'll do that.
それでは、今日はこれくらいにしておきましょう。
After dinner, I spent some time studying in my room. I'm not like Kohibari, so I can't commit it to my brain the first time I see it. But as long as I have the textbook and my notes, I can always review it later. I think that's enough for today. I stretch my limbs in my chair. Given where I'm at, I'm confident I'll be able to do decent enough on the upcoming tests. I won't fail, at least. I always know I'm not acing them. I already know I'm not acing them. Practicing to stop the transmigrations is a way bigger priority right now anyway. I just feel so... I don't know. Fucking hell. Of course I'm going to feel things when someone hugs me like that. Sure, I try to focus on other things, but the moment there's a lapse in concentration, my mind immediately goes back to how it felt having her boobs pressed against me. Though I'm able to stop myself from being aroused by the sensation, everything I'm stifling has been amassing inside me. And it really sucks not being able to do anything when you get horny. What am I doing? Thinking about it is only going to make it worse. Yeah, come in. The door opens and walks in Noah, fresh out of the bath. Don't say anything, Dexter. Her cheeks are slightly flushed, and the fragrance of soap is wafting over to me from her.
お風呂、早く入ってほしいと母君が言っていたよ。
Alright, I'll go do that in a sec. I told you not to say anything. I shut my books and stuff them in my bag. Actually, angels don't take baths, do they?
入らない。それは事実なんだけど。そういう言い方はやめてくれ。大きな誤解を招く。そりゃお風呂を経験したのはここでお世話になるようになってからだけど、今までは特にお風呂に入る必要がなかったから、不潔な状態とは違うんだ。
Yeah, I know.
本当？臭くないか？自分ではよくわからないんだけど。
Well, I just wanted to know what you thought of them, as someone who'd never experienced baths before.
そういうことか。それなら問題ないよ。お風呂気持ちよかった。体がポカポカして、ちょっと暑いけど、でも心地いい。
I'm glad you like them. But summer's coming. Hell, it's already really hot at night. Or really hot at night already. Taking baths might be more trouble than it's worth.
夏だとどうなるの？
When you get out, you start sweating like crazy. Like, you can try wiping yourself dry, but it doesn't help much.
そっか。こんなにポカポカするんだから、汗も出ちゃうだろうね。そういう時はどうするの？
Stick to showers mainly. Oh, though I've heard some people take methanol baths to cool themselves off. Menthol baths. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be this burning sensation that cools you down. Never tried one myself. こちらの世界には本当にいろいろとあるものなんだね。Yeah, but people who take menthol baths are crazy. Just take a regular cold bath. I don't know, put ice in the water. Like, why do you need the sensation of cold if you can just make it cold? I head to the fridge wanting a quick tea before my bath. Only to find Amane. She's plopped down on the sofa eating ice cream, and for some reason she doesn't look very pleased. That doesn't look like ice cream. What's up with you? Most people don't frown when they're eating ice cream. Something bad happened? Oh, well, that's not ice cream.
嫌っていうほどではないんだけど。
Just because it's on a stick, it's too stretchy to be ice. It doesn't mean it's ice cream, it's too stretchy. Well, alright. If you don't want to talk about it, that's cool. I don't really care.
おい、興味持て。可愛い妹にもっと興味を持て。そもそも私の仏頂面の原因はお兄なんだからね。
I am? I can't think of anything I did.
まあ、正確にはお兄は根本的な原因であって、直接的な原因とは違うんだけど。
Is it because of Noah? Or Dead by Daylight? Or Kaguya? Which one? You pick your poison. Explain.
ゲームの件。
Oh, it's because of Kurumi. Oh, you mean the whole thing with Kohibari?
そう。くるみ先輩の件。
Are you jealous because she's better than you? Okay. So what happened?
一緒にゲームした。
Nice. 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 That's what she wanted. When was this? When was this?
今日の放課後、学院でやってきた。
Well, I appreciate you being willing to play with her. Given the mood you're in, I guess it didn't go too well. I can't imagine what Kohibari could have done to upset you, though.
まあね、別に喧嘩したとかじゃないよ。くるみ先輩のことは、まあ、私もいい人だと思ったし。
Uh-huh. So why the long face? You're calling for Kurumi. You're calling for Kurumi, so you must have headed off decently enough. You're calling her Kurumi. Did I say senpai? I mean, yeah, you're calling her Kurumi senpai, so you must have hit it off decently enough.
仲良くなったというか、正直名前呼びするように迫られたというか。
いいよ、そんなかしこまらないで。気軽にくるみって呼んでくれてオッケー。これから一緒にプレイするんだもん。小ひばりって言いづらいでしょ。私もあまねちゃんって呼んでいいかな。あまねちゃん。
裏のない顔でぐいぐい迫ってくるのが辛い。いや、いい人だと思うのは本当なんだけどさ、こう距離の詰め方が早すぎて私とは違うから。
That's why I find her so easy to talk to personally.
お兄はガチでちょろすぎる。
Oh, piss off. So you were just uncomfortable with how overly friendly she was being?
違う。問題はその後、一緒にゲームをプレイしてるとき、あの人エンジョイ勢だった。
It's the opposite. It's because she's bad at playing. Huh?
来てる。あんたがこっち来てる。
Why are they playing in the classroom and not at home?
どっちに逃げれば。こっちかな。
いや、先輩、こっちに来られるとタゲが私に移っちゃいますから。
ごめんね。でも他に逃げ場がなくて。いいと使っちゃうね。
So, why am I using this as a comparison? Listen, I'm only using this as a comparison because Smugglana collabed with VTubers like last month or whatever. If I played this earlier, I would have said, yeah, I would have used the same comparison. But Amane is like Smugglana, and Kurumi is like the everyone else. It's literally it's like fuck. I mean, yeah, it's
せめてもうちょっと引きつけてから使わないと。というか、やっぱりタゲがこっちに。
it's not like it's not like there wasn't any it's not like there was any other VTuber in that collab that knew how to play Dead by Daylight before then. They only played it because of Kaneki. Either way, so.
ごめんね。なすりつけるつもりは全くなかったんだけど。
I can't reference the other VTubers as I can't call Kurumi another VTuber in the collab because they were all equally shit. Yeah, let's go with that.
はい、大丈夫ですから。それよりも先輩は発電機の修理をお願いします。
発電機どこにあるんだっけ？
多分そのまままっすぐ進んだ建物の中に半分くらい修理が進んでるのがありますから。
了解。で、あまねちゃん捕まっちゃってる。もう2回目だよね。私がすぐに助けに行くからね。
いや、まだ余裕もありますから、発電機を。
見つかっちゃったよ。でもあまねちゃんだけは助けてみせるから。
だから発電機修理してみたいな感じでボロ負けした。あの人あまりに非効率というかやきもきする。
You know, I thought her book smarts would be able to translate well, but apparently not. Well, have you always been good at such a hardcore game? Wait, have you always been such a hardcore gamer?
ガチ勢ってほどではないけど、私だって言うほど上手なわけでもないし、失敗がダメって言うつもりもない。ゲームなんだから楽しめればそれでいいとは思うよ。でもなんかこう楽しさを優先しすぎて最終的な価値を考えてなさすぎというか。
I did try DBT and I sucked. Cool. I get it. I get you now. Kohibari probably just wanted someone to talk to while playing. I guess gamers can come in all sorts of stripes.
あるんだよ。ガチでやるかエンジョイするかとか、同担歓迎か同担拒否かみたいなこととか。
Yeah, but like, why did she pick Dead by Daylight if she was such a casual? Sorry for putting you through this.
無理したってほどではない。いや、疲れたのは間違いないけど。
Well, thanks for playing with her regardless. I really appreciate it. So, well, I know it's not much, but here. I start stroking her head.
急に何？
Just showing my gratitude.
気持ちより食べ物とかの方が嬉しいんだけど。
Sorry for being so pitiful.
まあ、お兄だしね。しょうがない。お兄、撫で方雑。撫でるならもっと優しくしてよ。
Alright. Sorry.
別に優しく撫でろって言っただけでやめろとは言ってないでしょ。ほら撫でて。もっと撫でて。
You're so bossy. Well, I guess it's fine. Did me a favor, and I appreciate it.
うん。
So, what do you want to do now? If you don't want to play with her again, I could tell her for you.
別にそこまで拒否してるわけではない。嫌な人だとは思わなかったし。
Well, yeah, that wasn't up for debate.
毎日とかじゃなければ、もう少し付き合ってみても別に。
Thanks. But don't feel like you have to do it, alright?
うん。
I thought she'd immediately swat my hand away, but she's actually showing me to stroke her hair. She's actually allowing me to stroke her head. Yeah, well, you know, that's only now. Let's just say that never mind. She really must be exhausted. I kind of feel bad for putting her through this. Let's just say that she'll want you to do more in her route. Uh-oh.
何？なんだか珍しい光景ね。
びっくりした。
びっくりしたのはこっちなんだけどね。何かあった？
別に改まって説明するようなことは何も。
I asked her to do me a favor, and it was pretty taxing on her.
そうなの？
苦労ってことじゃないし。てかお兄もういいよ。いい加減暑苦しい。
He swipes my hand away. Not aggressively or anything, though. There wasn't any anger in her action. It was more like she was just wanting to fly away. No, she was embarrassed. That's why she did it.
なんでもいいけど、早くお風呂に入ってくれる？
I know. I'm going there now. That's the whole reason I came down here in the first place.
あ、お兄。
What? Make it quick.
確認だけ。前に言ってた魔王を暴走させずに沈める練習ってどうなってるの？
Oh, right. Technically, we achieved our goal.
そうなの？すごいじゃん。
You know me. I could do anything if I put my mind to it.
威張るにしては時間かけすぎだと思うけど。でもそれなら今後は前世帰りの心配はないってこと？
I can't say for certain yet, honestly. I still got one final test to see if I'm truly ready. We'll have our answers if I can get through that.
そっか。でもちゃんと進んでるならよかったじゃん。
Yeah. Everything hinges on this final test. I can't help but wonder what they've devised for me.
天使創造リブート。
I think the rainy season might be past us. The skies today are so beautifully clear. Unfortunately, that means it's hot and humid. Not the nice sunny day I would have hoped for by any means.
やっと着いた。暑い。
The cloud looks like a private part. Do I need to go back to see
バックログ画面だね。
to verify? I don't see it.
僕、人として暮らすことに対して文句はないけど、この暑さだけは苦手だ。
Well, this is just the start. It's gonna get hotter than these next few moments. The next few months.
お父さんとかお母さんの頃、昭和とかはもうちょっと過ごしやすかったらしいけど。
Yeah, but they didn't have AC in all the classrooms back then, did they?
ああ、それがあったか。正直僕はエアコンなしで暮らしていける自信がないよ。それは私も。
Let's hurry on inside. I need that AC blasting on my face ASAP.
同感。日差しが辛い。
Bro, I wish that the AC would do that sometimes, but, you know.
だね。
Right as we head toward the entrance.
あ、ちょうどいいところに。
Kaguya.
おはようございます。皆様。
Orie is forced to act normal, you know?
おはよ
Hey,
おはよう。おはようございます。
う。あまねもいるのね。ちょうどよかった。
ちょうどいい？
思いついたのよ。昨日言っていた最終試験のこと。
wow. That was fast.
そんなに特殊なことじゃないから。おっと、これ以上は説明できないわよ。
Yeah, I know.
結局私がいてちょうどいいってどういうこと？
今日の最終試験、あまねにも協力をしてほしいのよ。お願いできるかしら。
I don't like where this is going. I don't know if it's a good idea for Amane to be helping him with his final test.
はい、それは別に。私に協力できるようなことなら構わないけど。
安心して。ものすごく簡単なことだから。
それなら、わかりました。
よかった。それじゃあ、細かい話は放課後に。予定は開けておいてね。
Amani's fully blood related? Yes. Okay. How are we going to discuss this? Okay. Here's the thing, right? With Sora, there is no discussion. They are fully blood related. With Amane, they are blood related. But are we referring to the these versions, or they're reincarnated, or what they reincarnated from? Right? Because Diablo and whatever the fuck her name was when she was a vampire definitely aren't blood related. I think this version is the most important. So, but here's the thing, right? If Riku transmigrates into Diablo, are they still blood related? Because when he transmigrates, it's a completely different body, right? He's grown horns. His hair is different. His hair is completely different. His eyes are completely different, right? Maybe his dick is bigger. maybe. Listen, I'm just saying, right? There can only be there are only a few ways for Riku to get hard again, and you know, unless you re-unlock his powers, I don't think he's gonna get hard, right? So like, does he become Diablo in the hate scenes? Because we're not gonna see him. Yeah, there's only one body part we'll see. No? What do you mean no? I'll tell you that. Okay. Right.
さてと、それじゃあ、もう一人。
私？
そう。今日の放課後、くるみにも協力をしてもらえると助かるのよ。
From the hate scenes with Noah that I've seen, it has been with himself. Right. So, here's the thing. It's very obvious that the final test has something related to the Kurumi and Amane's transmigrated forms, right? So, you know.
手伝えることなら全然手伝うけど、私で平気なの？
Or does it? What do you? Sure, or does it? Well, let's keep it.
くるみじゃないと困るのよ。
Keep it in the air.
どういうこと？くるみとリクは前世からのつながりがあるでしょ？ そのつながりがあるくるみだからこそ、リクに新たな影響を与えられると思う。だからこそ、くるみに協力をしてほしいのよ。
Listen, maybe you should use a different word other than stimulation. Cause like, cause when I hear it, I'm thinking like, you know, grabbing her horns and you know, the rest she can imagine.
ああ、そっち系の。わかった。協力する。
ありがとう、くるみ。
気にしないでいいよ。困ってるならお互い様。それに谷風くんにはお礼をしなきゃと考えてたところだから。
Huh? Why do you need to thank me?
あまねちゃんを紹介してもらったでしょ。
Well, yeah, that's the problem. You're a fucking casual, bro. Like, you know, I don't think, you know, I don't think Amane feels the same way.
昨日一緒にゲームをしたんだけど、すっごい楽しかった。
Oh, right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Amane, on the other hand, had a much different experience. At least Kohibari seems delighted. I guess I made the right decision in linking them up. As bad as I feel for Amane.
それじゃあ悪いけど、今日の放課後、付き合ってもらえるかしら。
Thanks, Kohibari.
いいよ、そんなの気にしなくて。前世からの仲なんだしさ。なんてね。とにかく放課後だね。わかった。開けとく。
Wonderful.
連絡事項は以上です。今日もお疲れ様でした。明日もちゃんと投稿してください。
So, like, when are we gonna get back to thinking about Fumika, right? Because, like, she's one of the 6 girls on the transition screen, I guess. Yeah. Fumika looks like adult Chisaki. Well, that's kind of what happens when you have the same... That's what kind of what happens when you have the same art department for both games. Or every game.
暑くなってきてますが、油断して風邪とかひかないように。では、ホームルームを終了します。
With that, Fumika leaves the room. I start gathering my belongings.
それじゃあ、私たちは先に帰るわね。
Chisaki has bright blue eyes. Okay, here's the problem, right? Whenever I think about Chisaki, I always also start thinking about... Hang on. I always also start thinking about... Hibiki, right? Because they both have red hair and blue eyes. So, you know...
予定は変わらずで良いのですよね。
I don't know how bright Chisaki's eyes and hair are, because I keep thinking about Hibiki's extremely bright red hair and blue eyes. Fumika is like a dull Chisaki. Fumika is a Chisaki that has been Fumika is a Chisaki that has been battered by the real world. And that's kind of what happens when she's one of the only characters in that game that doesn't have powers. Yeah, of course.
わかった。じゃあ、待ってるわね。
Or whatever they called it in Riddle Joker, I don't know.
では、また後ほど。
くるみ、どこか寄ってく？あ、
私買い物しに行きたいんだけど。
ごめん。今日はちょっと用事があるんだ。そうなの？ 付き合う？
Chisaki's eyes were more of a light blue. Right.
私一人で平気。個人的な要件があるだけだから。
Okay. So. So, the suspenders, right? Do they add in? I don't know why I'm asking you this, because you don't like big boobs, but do they? I guess I'm just asking this in general. Do they add to do they help, I guess, in accentuating the breasts, if you will, of these characters? Because, like, okay, let's just say, why is it that I never really thought about suspenders like that, or in general? Well, that's because you don't really think about them on a uniform, right? But here's the thing, right? Other than, because, like, you've got Kurumi, you've got Amane, you've got Kaguya, you've got Orie, and all of them have big tits and suspenders. And then you got Shiraishi to the left, and then Noah, and they don't have suspenders. Kaede is kind of like the exception here.
気持ちだけもらっとくね。ありがとう。
And I don't think Mikuni had suspenders either, right? So, like, you know, are the artists doing this for a reason, right? You know, it's like, well, other than the fact that they aren't actually going over the tits because of how big they are. Look, there okay. There are a lot of things in Kurumi. There are a lot of things when it comes to how Kurumi wears her uniform that very, very much accentuates the tits. Case in point, the bow that is pressed in between them, and the suspenders that don't go over them. I prefer more cute and frilly outfits personally. No shit, you like Lolita outfits. Yeah.
駅まで一緒に行く？それとも急ぎ？
You like the Lolita design, which, you know, is like Noah. Not from this game, but 9-9. Her black outfit. Her casual outfit.
ああ、駅までは一緒に帰ろっか。
Don't worry, I remember. Oh, well, that's what she's saying. Whatever. Kohibara communicates to me with visual cues before leaving the classroom. We're going to meet up in front of the high-rise later. You don't hear that. Inoshita and Shiraishi would probably ask questions if they saw us leaving together, and we don't have a good excuse.
では、僕たちも行こう。
See? Noah doesn't have suspenders. I just want a sweet lolly to just lose her control of her love for me and just dominate me into submission. Is that weird? Okay. Next question then. Chondo. Yeah. What about her? Not the
谷風くん、ちょっといい？
not the person behind the model itself. All right. Oh, Miss Ozato. Do you need help with something?
ちょっとした確認なんだけど、平気？
Yeah. What do you ask?
なんだか様子が少し変な気がしたんだけど、コミュニケーションを取る相手が変化してる気がして、 最近女の子とよく話してるでしょ？
She glances at Noah. Now that she mentions it, I guess I have been talking to different people in class. Well, Noah lives with me, and Kaguya and Orie only just started school here, so...
あ、勘違いしないでね。友達が増えるのはもちろんいいことだよ。ただね、時折妙に深刻な顔つきのようにも見えたから。
Are you sure? Maybe you should help him with that. How are Fumi no, never mind. How are they going to transition into them wanting to be together? Never mind. Oh. She leans in and whispers to me.
もし何か困ってることがあるなら、私に相談してくれてもいいからね。年上だからこそ力になれることもあるだろうしさ。
I still think her model and outfit is adorable. My favorite color is pink. Maybe that plays a part. Yeah, but Shondo's aesthetic is purple. Thanks, Fumika. But I'm fine, I promise. I'm more like the darker side of purple.
そう？
Yeah. I appreciate your willingness to help, Fumika. If I ever run into problems, and they get too stressful for me to handle, I'll be sure to come to talk to you. I also prefer romance and everything sexual, so you know, well, yeah, but I was saying my favorite type of aesthetic. Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I'm the opposite, alright? I prefer sexual things in my romance, alright? Not the other way around.
わかった。
I see you're paying a lot of attention to me, though. You're doing a great job as a teacher.
ありがとう。でも褒められることでもないよ。だって今回気づけたのはりっくんだからだよ。りっくんはさ、妙に私の目を引くんだよね。
Me, I want both sexual and romance together. Okay, Dexter, here's the thing. The problem is the quality of an eroge is completely different depending on whether they focus on sex more or they focus on romance more. There is a complete disparity when it comes to how well written a romance is compared to how shittily written a H game is, specifically H game, because eroge can be considered both technically. Well, yeah, but I want them both together at the very least. I want a well-written story that has snippets of sex as small rewards. Right? I don't want it to be about sex. And I'm not saying this because because I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm not saying this because of any reason relating to content creation. I'm saying this as someone who plays those games. Alright, I've played those games before. Squid Game reference.
だから余計に気になっちゃって。
Was it really that noticeable?
そういう意味じゃないよ。多分昔からよく知ってるせいだろうね。あ、他の子を気にしてないってわけでもないよ。
I know that. I'm fine though, I promise. Like, there is no reason... There is no reason H games should be so shittily written. But the problem is that the writers focus too much on the sex part. Alright, that's the problem. They focus too much on the sex part and not much anything else. It's the same reason why I disliked Karen's route so much in MML. Because once they started fucking, there was nothing much of substance. There wasn't really much else in regards to anything that happened in her route. Other than, oh, she turned into a fox after. So now they're worried that she might turn into a fox while they have sex. And then they kind of evolve off that when it's like, oh, it's because you know they need to do the dance every however many years. All right, so then she can be human and then they can have sex without her turning into a fox. As long as there is monogamous relationship, monogamous romance, I'm all good. But a good story is also wanted. Right, yeah, that's I already know you care more about the sex in these games than the story. As long as there's a lolly in it, alright? You don't have standards when it comes to a H game with a lolly in it.
わかった。でも、さっき言った通り、何かあったら相談してね。
If you cared so much about the story of a visual novel, the first game I played wouldn't have been My Klutzy Cupid. Alright, it wouldn't. It would have been a much better written game. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. I know. Well, if I ever need help.
Huh?
Well, we'd better get going now.
そうだね。さようなら、小里先生。
Bye.
はい、さようなら。
Noah, Mane, and I then make our way to the high rise. Now, where's Kohibari?
いたいた。
Basically, I like to read the story of lolly character when I'm jacking off. Dexter. When a H scene is an hour long, I kind of just lose it. All right. I don't get hard when I go through the H scenes of any of the VNs that I've played. Maybe in 9-9, but the thing is, the biggest problem is that they're the exception. When it comes to, well, first of all, they're much shorter than hour long, and they're animated. Slightly animated, but animated nonetheless. I like the long H scenes. I don't want to continuously hear what the main character is thinking at every single second of the sex. All right.
ごめん、待たせたかな。
I want there to be a reason as to why it's long. Not, oh, let's keep fucking putting in filler so that the guy reading this can jack off to the still image longer. Nope, we just got here. Your friends give you any trouble?
平気。うまくごまかせたと思うから。
どうも、くるみ先輩。
昨日はありがとうね。本当に楽しかった。
This is the disparity between hang on, where is it? This is the disparity between top tier character interacting with bottom tier character. Even though Amani's 4th at the moment, you know, she used to be at the bottom of the list. Crank up the message speed.
いえ、どういたしまして。喜んでもらえたならよかったです。
Put it on auto. Crank up speed so I can only hear the lolly's voice lines. Right. I mean, look. There's a reason why the H scenes, or The 18 plus version in 9.9 defaults to the main character's voice being turned off. Alright?
あまねちゃんってすごいゲーム上手なんだね。
But like, you know, why is the standard not on the same level as hentai? Alright? That's all I'm gonna say. Hentai doesn't care if they have the guy's voice still in there. Alright? It's not like, you know, never mind.
上手ってほどじゃないですけど。
また一緒に遊ぼうね。
She is dreading that day.
ああ、そうですね。はい。
Her hesitant reply is very in line with what she was telling me last night. When I'm jacking off, I really don't want to hear a guy's voice. It's hard to do it, if there is, at least for me. Good. At least I know you aren't jerking off to me reacting to the hate scenes then. She doesn't dislike Kohibari, but still is somewhat uncomfortable around her. Either way, I don't think I need to intervene. Amani's not looking at me for help or anything.
いろいろプレイについて教えて。あとね、他にも面白いゲームとかあったら教えてほしいかも。
私の趣味でいいなら。
いいよ、私は何でも。面白いゲームをやりたいのも本当だけど、あまねちゃんと一緒に遊びたいんだもん。
Play with me. I mean, play with me more. What? Never mind.
あまねちゃんの趣味で全然 OK。 むしろあまねちゃんの趣味を教えてほしい。
先輩は他にはやってないんですか？
今のところは第6感覚くらいかな。他にも興味はあるんだけど、なぜ種類も多いから。それに一緒にプレイしてくれる人がいてくれる方がモチベーションも上がる。
Basically, I want all my scenes on the lolly during hate scene as much as realistically possible. That sounds like what a Guna might say. Correct.
わかりました。何か考えておきます。
やったー、楽しみにしてる。よろしくね、あまねちゃん。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
とりあえずそろそろ中に入れてもらおうか。ここは暑い。
I agree.
いらっしゃい。こちら冷たいお茶です。よろしければどうぞ。
Thanks.
それで結局私は何をすればいいの？詳しい話は全然聞いてないんだけど。
いい加減話してくれませんか？暑い。
いいじゃん。あまねちゃん可愛いからギューってしたくなる。髪の毛サラサラだしいいな。私ボリューム出ちゃうからさ。
I wanted to bring up the suspenders again in relation to Amane, but then they just keep showing the SDCG and doesn't let me see her model again. That's what Guna does, right? Constantly jacks off without coming as much as possible. Yes, they do like edging.
湿気とか大変なんだよね、マジで。ボワッって爆発とかしちゃって。サラサラツヤツヤ。トリートメントって何使ってる？サラサラにするコツってある？
いえ、特には。トリートメントも普通で、あとはたまに美容院でしてもらうくらいですけど。
Dexter, if you have to clarify that you don't do it 24/7, that's not a good...
いいなぁ、羨ましいなぁ。というか、あまねちゃんの存在が羨ましい。家に連れて帰りたいくらい。 それはちょっと困ります。
I only do it when I'm horny. Yeah, so do gooners. But that's because they're horny all the time.
ねえ、ダメ？私のこと嫌い？それともお兄ちゃんのことが大好きだから離れたくないとか？
Only in one round.
はあ、気持ちの悪いこと言うのやめてください。
あまねちゃんってそういうタイプか。
だから気持ち悪いこと言わないでくださいってば。
だって今日もこうしてお兄ちゃんに協力してるよね。
それはくるみ先輩が考えてるようなことじゃないです。お兄の前世返りを放置してると私も被害を被るかもしれないからで。
ああ、そっか。あまねちゃんも前世からのつながりがあるんだっけ？
Yeah, she was the residential cocksucker. I mean bloodsucker.
はい、そうみたいです。
Resident, not residential.
それよりもそろそろ本題に入りませんか？
そうだった。ごめんね、すっかり話を脱線させちゃって。結局私たちは何をすればいいの？
Dexter, stop talking about gooners. I still don't know myself. You can tell us what the final test is now, can't you?
やっぱりここはより強力な刺激を送る方がいいと思うの。
より強力な刺激。
まさか姫様、もっと直接的な？いけません。大事な御身なのですから。もしどうしてもそのような必要があるのであれば私が。
I don't mind. I'm okay with that. I mean,
私ごときの体では姫様には遠く及ばないでしょう。ですが周囲の同僚からは男好きする体だと言われたこともあります。殿方から性的な視線を向けられることもしばしばありました。
co-workers. What, in the other world? I thought you were role-playing as a student in this one.
いかがですか、私の体は。
Please stop threatening me. Like, you're legitimately scaring me.
人、それをヘタレと呼ぶ。
I did not expect them to use that word, and I did not expect them to use that word in that context, and in that with that meaning in this VN. Oh, piss off.
とはいえ予想外のことが起きても困るから、あまり突飛すぎない方がいいと思うの。
まあ、そうだね。
だから今までの延長線上でこういうのはどうかしら。